Is there a way to automate your marketing without automation? I'm going to tell you how in this video coming up. So to understand how to automate without automation, I think it's important to understand why somebody would want to automate without automation in the first place. I mean, isn't automation good enough? If there's a way to do it without automating, it has to be better. Now, with this, I'm talking about content creation. Creating content is almost a matter of habit. It doesn't even have to be entirely creative content. I mean, the more creative, the more expressive, the better, quite arguably. But honestly, the more of it you put out and the longer, the more feedback you will get. And no matter how much it is, it's like you begin to pull yourself up to a higher place. Because when you get all of it, you begin to gather this data that pretty much tells you what ideas to pull the trigger on. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably thinking like, dude, what the fuck does this have to do with automation? It's gotta become automatic. Because although these barriers are getting smaller and easier to take down, if nobody knows who the fuck you are whatsoever, and you do start playing tennis or something with a friend, the only thing separating that from an audience of people who are genuinely interested in it is a fucking piece of metal with a glass screen and a camera lens. You only need that and a platform and you're good to go. And it's getting easier and easier to do that. You just need to get into the habit of it. The habit of documenting what you're doing. And that's automatic because the more you do it, the more automatic it becomes and the less effort it takes. So it becomes automatic. It's ingrained into your subconscious, your fucking brain. As long as you're documenting what you're doing, it's almost like the universe is your target. As it becomes more and more and more specific. And you find that audience, you'll most likely have formed some kind of a relationship with it. And you can invite them to live events or even buy shit. Inviting people to do shit, it's almost like you're offering too much value for a lot of them not to reciprocate. If you want to talk about automating and word of mouth marketing, that word of mouth will spread. I was watching the Busy Workspace producer mastermind meeting in LA. I'll link it in the description below if you guys want to check it out. This is fucking great stuff. These guys drop nothing but pure gems. And two of the guys in the front, Sound Oracle and Trizza, they go live on Instagram for maybe 2 hours every single day. And they just answer questions and talk shit about being producers. And that's marketing. It's automatic. And they're automating depth with their audience. They're going deeper and deeper and deeper into their audience's heads because they do it out of habit. And it doesn't matter that they are doing it for free because they know it's long term. There's a long-term game here. They know that for long enough, if they answer enough of your questions, you're going to come to them when you find out they got drum kits or one-on-one coaching or whatever else it may be. And you're going to hand them hundreds of dollars. They're not charging you for that because you know that with lots of trust already built, which makes the whole thing just way more real and fulfilling, more natural in this world of more and more technology and less physical one-on-one eye-to-eye communication. In 3 years of you doing that, you know they're going to be paying you like $1,000 or something up front for your services that you were creating the whole time out of habit. How is all of this automatic but not automating? Or no, how was all of this automating but not automation? Because actual human beings are involved in it and its initiation and its execution and its accumulation of results, and they are spreading the word for you. It's not a fucking app that likes pictures on Instagram from users who follow Post Malone. It's not a site that messages people on Twitter asking them to check out your new mixtape when, let's be honest, anyone could argue against me on this, but I don't see any evidence against it. Mixtapes are kind of dying, and albums are slowly following them. But in this case, the marketers are going to be the people who watch your habit out of habit themselves and get in the habit of telling people about them whenever they're in a conversation. They hear something that comes up, you know, that one trigger, the trigger is pulled and they tell their friends about it. And that's organic marketing, and it's really automating to a degree. And I'm not trying to knock automation itself. Like shit, bro. There's so many people building 6, 7, maybe 8-figure businesses with automation alone. But without actual human work, with actual emotion, actual meaning, actual me and you, actual person-to-person, friend-to-friend contact, actual work, actual value, it can only lower the threshold so much of what the person is willing to pay you for your services and how willing they are, and the depth of that willingness. Not just that, but all the extra business opportunities that can come from it, upsales, referrals, networking, all that other fun stuff. So there's got to be a habit of goodness in it, a habit of value, offering through the act of content creation. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here is to get in the habit of creating content. The thing with content is almost like the thing with food. Personally, I would argue that content consumption does to your brain what food, to a degree, does to your body. But it gives you all these ideas, and the more of it you get, eventually, you could watch one 15-second clip, and it's like you get so much more out of it than just 15 seconds of entertainment. Like after that, you could go on and on and on in your own video about the exact same thing because you have so much to say about it. I heard Evan Carmichael say in one of his videos, I forget which. If I find it, there will be a link in the description below. He said that the master creators are basically the most resourceful with their inspirations. Like someone who has mastered their craft and the creation, they can make the highest quality, highest quantity content after taking in the smallest portion of content as inspiration. Like most people at the bottom of that totem pole, they get a drop of water for their lake. It gets a drop of water out of the sky. But these people, that's more like an atom bomb, and you should be always working on that atom bomb. Because when artists say they're gonna blow up, this is becoming an age where blowing up just isn't enough if you only do it once. And what actually is enough after you do it once is a topic for another video. If you guys have any other things you want me to talk about in the future, please let me know in the comments below. If anybody's curious about the music in this video, I made the beats, and they can be found in my beat store at samuel.earth/beats or samuel.world. If you have any questions in general, please feel free to hit me up. There are links at the bottom of the description to all my social media. Make sure to leave a like if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already. If you could turn on that little bell to receive a notification every time I drop a new video, that would mean the world to me. You guys can find me everywhere, and I will see you then.